Mike Bennett here at musictrainer.com. We've been talking about a lot of cool things with the drumstick, so hopefully by now you've been in the store, you picked out the drumstick that's working best for you, and you know how to hold it, and you're actually maybe even finding some cool ways to hold it and do some stuff with it that even I don't know how to do. So if you did, email me, let me know. Now, let's talk a little bit about the mechanics of hitting the drum. And this is just one cool technique I found that's good for your economy of motion. Your speed, your power, control, endurance, and learning how to be fast and efficient behind the kit, or just a snare drum, or on the hi-hats. So, I'm gonna show you some techniques that work for me and some stuff that I think have been really important for me in every playing situation I've been in. So, it all starts with the downstroke. How can I do the most out of getting as little as possible? Think about that. And the cool thing we have on our side is gravity and the fact that what goes up must and absolutely has to come down. So if we think about that with our hands, if we put an object in motion, we put it up and we let it go, it's gonna come down on its own. So we have the upstroke, we bring it up, and then, with just a little bit of a throw, I'm controlling it on the way down. Not bringing it down, just controlling it. Backing up for a second. I always want to start with the stick almost parallel to the head. And you might even want to, just when you're just getting going, let it sit relaxed on the drum. And I don't care about the sound at this point. It's just about getting the motions. Now, I'm going to bring my hand straight up. See that? That's step one right there. Going back real quick. Relaxing. There. Notice the angle the stick's in. From there, I'm bringing it up. At this point, my shoulder's kind of locked up. I can't go any further. I'm going to turn the hand. Now I've opened up that arm and that shoulder, and it's time for gravity to do its own work. So watch as I do this slowly. This is what we call the Moeller Method, and this would be called the Moeller upstroke. Check it out. Now this would be a really good exercise to practice in front of a mirror. So, either do it if you got a mirror in your bedroom, or, you can go down, buy a portable mirror to set up next to your kit, which is good to have for any sort of practice. But don't do it fast right away. Just focus on and overdo the motion. Go as big as you possibly can and really lock into what that stroke feels like. Now, move it over to your left hand. Same thing. You really want to figure out how to get those loud backbeats on your snare drum? Bring some Moeller Method into the game. So that's the downstroke. Practice it slow, and as I move faster, I can bring my motions in a little bit tighter, but it's still this relaxed idea of a loose wrist, and what goes up must come down. The next part of the Moeller stroke is the upstroke. And the whole idea is getting back to the doing as much, getting the most out of doing as little as possible. So my thoughts are, if you're coming up with the upstroke, right? You're going there anyway, you might as well grab a hit out of it. So check this out, kind of cool. See that? Watch this again. As I'm going into this upstroke, I can grab a hit. Going there anyway, might as well. Now, a lot of technique is what's happening in the air. Notice I didn't talk a lot about what happens when you strike the drum. That handles itself. What's happening is these motions with your arm and this pivoting with your wrist. It's getting this upstroke. Try to bring it in time. I'm thinking of these subdivisions to 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I'm kind of timing it. So I'm making my body have some sort of flow within these subdivisions. The cool part about this is you're cutting a lot of wasted time and energy and, hopefully losing, that time where you get really tired trying to bang out a lot of notes really fast. Because as we bring this in, upstroke, upstroke. Working that hard. Now, I can also incorporate that on the hi-hat. So if you're playing various rock grooves or something, you can use this technique. Remember, it changes the sound. Because sometimes we want this sound, or we want this sound. But this is one way. So another approach to the hi-hat. Another way we can look at this Moeller stroke is by incorporating a tap. So we have the downstroke and the upstroke, and now we're gonna put a tap in the game here. By doing this, it's just a tap. Simple flick of the wrist. And notice I'm in German method. And if you don't know what that is, backtrack a little bit and go back to the beginning with our focus on hand technique and make sure you get up to date on that. So, a little tap. I'm gonna put that in the middle. So, we're gonna go down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. And I'm gonna remind you, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Check it out. Down, tap, up. Down, tap, up. Speed it up. As I go faster, my motions become smaller. Checking it out? So, kind of cool. Now, if we incorporate that with two hands, we can start to get some burning triplets. So it's going to be down, up, tap, down, up, tap, down, up, tap, down, up, tap. So, a way to get some good burning triplets. So, explore those, start them with one hand, speed them up, and then start to put these triplets into the mix. And remember, this moves all the way around the kit. If I'm going to a tom, even if I'm going to a crash, I can use these various upstrokes. So say I'm going to attack the crash. I don't want to go in like that. I could be... Seeing the different motions, and eventually it'll become natural. It's even a little difficult for me right now to think about it because I've just kind of gotten it into me to where this is just the natural motion to feel behind the kit. So explore those things, take your time, be patient, go step by step. I know it's tedious, I know it can suck sometimes, but trust me, it's gonna pay off in the end. So above all, have fun. Drumming is the greatest job in the world, and I'm glad to be in the same game as you. So have fun with this stuff, and we'll see you back here at Music Trainer real soon. Mike Bennett, peace.